Hello and welcome to ClearPropTV. In this edit, we focus on the pilot and the information that they have to provide. We hope you enjoy the show.
I really love this. I'm so glad that we're doing this tonight. This is amazing. We got a great team. We're going to learn some more stuff about PPG in Canada because Jim is in Canada. We need to learn more about that, just in case you do want to go out to Canada and fly. But tonight is going to be an excellent podcast, and I cannot wait for everyone to see what we're going to do tonight. Obviously, we're going to do a spinning wheel of winning things. Let's do one at the half-hour-ish mark and one at 8 o'clock. Tonight, guys, we need to make sure that we vote for the PPG calendar. And Jim, since you guys already know everybody, and this is not a new person, you got everybody here. Scuba Steve, we got Paramom, Will Fly, Mike, and of course we got our guest Jim, which is also on here on the panel tonight. But we're going to do the spinning wheel of winning things. We're going to give away something, and on the top of our hour, we're going to spin it again. Jim is going to be giving away one of the calendars, so make sure you vote. And you can see Scuba just put in the chat. Make sure you go vote for your favorite PPG picks at ppgcalendar.com. Jim also said at the end of the week, he'll be able to print these things out and get them out there. So welcome everybody, welcome panel, and welcome Jim from Canada, the guy that has the maple syrup smelling money. Love it. Money. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. And yourself?
Not too bad, man. My back's kind of hurting, so I'm standing up. I'm not sitting down, so I'm kind of at a weird angle, but that's the reason why I'm standing up. So Jim from Canada, for people that don't know about you, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into paramotoring.
I have been flying for just over a year. I got in the air July 4th. Was my very first time last year, and I've succeeded in doing about 180 flights and got about the same amount of hours, and I'm just loving it. It's awesome, and I'm looking forward to getting to some warmer climate here soon where I will be able to fly more frequently again.
That's awesome. I mean, so you're flying and you also have your publishing, your printing and publishing. How are you able to do all of that? I mean, doesn't the printing and publishing really take up a lot of your time, or is it like a 9-to-5 job like everybody else?
It does take up a lot of my time. As a business owner, I have to work at odd hours whenever I can get the job done. And like, for example, this weekend, I worked all weekend doing community calendars for fundraisers throughout Saskatchewan. And I know this is probably inappropriate, but you see my finger?
Oh my God.
Prop strike.
What
Turn
happened?
it up.
No, I stapled it.
You stapled your finger.
One of the calendars has Jim's finger in it. That's there you go. There's a prize in one of the calendars in the future, guys.
I'd much rather see you staple your finger than put it in a prop. Just saying.
Me too. But I'll tell you, it's hurting like the.
Did you sign it in blood?
Yeah, it hurts pretty good. I have a heavy duty stapler. It's called a stitcher as well, and it actually bends the metal and makes the staples and then puts them right into whatever I'm stapling. And oh gosh, when that thing came down on my finger, that hurt. Something's fierce. But
Dude, finger wounds are the worst, and they bleed profusely. They heal quickly, but man, do they bleed. So I'm glad you're okay. Glad you didn't lose your hand, dude.
What I'm really glad about is that the staple didn't break off in there, because it's a thin metal and it could have easily broken off inside my finger.
So when you make these calendars, you got to pretty much have you need to raise the price a little bit to cover all your injuries.
Healthcare, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you get free healthcare up there in Canada. What am I talking about? Just
Well, we don't have Obamacare.
I don't either.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
There's a medicine for that, Jim. We talked about it last week.
Oh,
Right,
that's
right.
right. You have medicine for that, and that's also our code for today. So that's right. So if you remember last week, what that medicine code is. Keep it to yourself. Don't put it in the super chat. You might be able to double your winnings tonight. So since we're going to be talking about to Jim all night long, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. Will Fly, welcome to the show. We know that we can always go over and check you out over at willflyppg.com. Anything new lately, bud?
New-ish. I mean, still working on some videos and some ideas and stuff, but I've just come off of man, almost a month hiatus of flying, and not intentionally, but that's the longest time between flights I've had since I've started. So yeah, it was good to get back in the air, you know. I think the cold and the cold, the van, just a whole bunch of different things going on in my life right now. But yeah, glad to be back up and really had a nice flight yesterday. Got to fly around at a Christmas parade.
That's nice. I need to get up there too and try my new prop. I'll talk about that after the show and the after show. But glad that you're here, Will, and thank you very much. Remember, guys, if you want to be in the spinning wheel of winning things, make sure that you say hello to Will Fly, the PPG guy. We also got Linda Anderson. She's our PR girl. She's the one that's booked everyone up to what, February, March, April of next year. It's incredible. Welcome, Linda.
I know. I've been very, very busy bee. Busy bee. So, hello, my chatters. Hello, listeners out there. Welcome. It's Monday night. The only place to be. It's right here. Hang with my panel. Hello, all my panel members. Love you bunches. It's going to be a great show tonight. We got the calendar going on, and we're going to have the spinny winny wheel going tonight. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about tonight. So you can all just relax, grab those snacks, and enjoy, my chatters. It's all for you.
Did I see the pom-poms yet, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got to see the pom-poms. It's just a tradition.
All for you. How I
Excellent.
do that.
Excellent. And of course, if you want to be in the show, or if you want to be on the panel, get up with Linda. Just go to paramomusa.com. That forwards over to her Facebook page. Just tell her you want to be on the show.
I want to be on the show. It looks like so much fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
So thank you, Linda, for everything you do.
You're welcome.
We also got Scuba Steve in the background. What's up there, bud?
Hey,
Another-
everything's good here. I'm healing nicely. I got some of that medicine. Think I'm doing better now.
Good for you. Medicines are always good.
Yeah.
Anything new on your YouTube?
Anything new on my YouTube? Well, yeah, a couple of the chatters from in here actually came to my show on Friday, so I do appreciate them coming and showing support over there. They said they enjoyed themselves. Whether they did, I don't know, but
We did.
we had fun over there. So
How do we get up with you? What's your .com?
paramotordude.com will take you straight to my YouTube channel, or you can look up Scuba Vapes. Either way will bring you right to my YouTube channel. I mainly talk about vaping stuff. You know, I like getting people off cigarettes because I was a smoker for 32 years. So way better off now that I started vaping. Way better off. So
That's good. Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Scuba Steve. We appreciate you. You're going to be on the show come January, so that'll be fun to have you on the show and really dig deep and figure out who you are.
I got
Awesome.
them dark secrets.
Yeah, you do.
You better start making notes now.
I know, right? Yeah, because if I don't make notes, I'll forget it.
I know what you mean.
We also got Mike Crotchet. He was on our show. He was a guest a while back, and now he's in the background hanging out with us. Thank you, Mike, for being here. Appreciate you. And now back to the show with Jim. Man, I tell you, this is going to be a really fun night tonight. Hopefully, while we did all those introductions, everybody decided to go over to ppgcalendars.com and vote. So tell us a little bit about these calendars, the voting, and what we need to do to be able to do that. And when does it end, and when do you start to print?
The voting ends in 49 minutes and 35 seconds at the tone. Beep.
Is that a Canadian beep?
Yeah, I think it is. So that's when the voting ends. And the calendars, we can vote on them right now. People like Silly Bon Franz can vote on them, or should be able to at the moment.
And her husband Brian, they tried to do that. They posted something in there, but you fixed it to where anybody can now vote more than the 3 times, just for this last 45 minutes, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. So if you guys want to vote and you already voted today, go vote some more. So let's say that so at 8 o'clock you're going to show us the top 12 that has won. And after that, how does this process work? Walk us through it.
Well, then Ross is gonna put everything together and have the calendar all mocked up, and then on Wednesday I'll start printing. And hopefully on Friday I'll be sending some out.
Wow, that's soon. That's incredible. Also, too, if you guys have your own pictures and you want your own calendar, make sure you get up with Jim, because Jim can print you your own calendar with your own pictures. That way you can send it out to all your friends and family for Christmas. And
I never thought of that. All those pictures I took at the lake this summer.
yeah,
You
yeah.
bet.
So it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
That'd be
It's something that you
cool.
like to take pictures of butterflies. Now I have a butterfly calendar. But remember, when you get up with Jim, just say, "Hey, PPG Grandpa sent me," so he can put a discount on there. What's your discount for PPG Grandpa?
Well, he's only worth 10%.
Only? That's still a lot of money. So, make sure you go there and use that. Why
There
not
you
use
go.
the discount code? Get your butterfly pictures,
Oh, I
Yeah.
never thought of that.
yeah. So
That gave me
Linda,
an
there you
idea.
go. Yeah, Linda, don't forget to use PPG Grandpa as your promo code. You get 10% off.
Oh, PPG Grandpa sent you. Right.
Excellent. So, how many thumbs up and how many people we got watching right now? Can't see that. Anybody see it?
Yeah, we got 19 watching right now and 5 thumbs up.
Excellent. Pop that thumbs up
Awesome.
if you
Thank
get
you,
the chance.
chatters.
Definitely appreciate it. Just
That'll
like
be a
Bill
fun
said, if you
kid.
love the show,
22 watching. Sorry, I just refreshed. Did I say
Oh.
that?
well, maybe we just got a bunch of new people that just jumped in.
Maybe.
So 22 people watching, 5 thumbs up. Give us those thumbs up if you love the show, if you love Paramotors, if you love our panel, if you love our guests. Thumbs up. If you don't love us, give it a thumb down twice. All right.
There you go. There you go.
You know what happens, right, when you give it thumbs down twice, right? Okay, good. We're going to be doing the spinning wheel of winning things tonight. Make sure you say hi to Will Fly so we can put you on the spinning wheel of winning things. We're going to do it twice. You got to be present to win. All right.
Win something.
Speaking about winning, Jim, you're going to give away something on the spinning wheel of winning things tonight, right? Can you tell us about what you're going to do for us?
Yes, if on the spinning wheel, we're gonna offer up a calendar. So if you win, you get one of the calendars for free. Send her out.
Excellent. That also reminds me too that we're going to do something on the after show between 8 and 9 that you probably want to stick around for, because if you want one of these calendars, stick around until after the 8 o'clock, after we're done with this interview. We got some really cool things for you. You might want to check out. It deals all about with the calendars. All right, buddy. Let's see. Have we talked about what you fly? I know that we talked about it before, but since this show is all about you tonight, tell us your go-to wing, your go-to motor, how many times you replace the piston head because you burn a hole in it.
Okay, well, I fly Moser 185 on a Kanguk classic, not a classic, Kanguk frame, the Viking. The classic has the double hoop, whereas the Viking only has a single hoop.
Is that the Viking behind you?
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
And it's a beautiful orange color. I love it.
So what's the difference between the single hoop and double hoop, and why did you choose that one?
Well, I chose this one because it was inexpensive and I got it for like a song, I think. But it's also much lighter. It's less rigid, but much lighter than the double hoop one. And so that I kind of like that feature. I scored is what I think when I got this one. I really, it turned out really well. And you notice in that picture on the top there above my helmet, I didn't realize this, but that indentation, there's the spot. I thought that was supposed to be so your helmet didn't bang into the cage. That's actually for a reserve. So it's like a Top Gun reserve. It has double handles and you can pull it, or one from one side or from the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you? So you have a reserve, but you just don't have one up there, or what?
I don't put it up there because sometimes I have to take my cage apart, and I prefer not to have it up there. I put it beside me, and it also with the reserve back there, it blocks the air quite a bit. I noticed a reduction in fuel efficiency.
Oh,
And
you tried it already?
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it and did it. I flew with it for quite a few hours, and it was nice up there. But mine, I don't have a double handle, and the handles didn't come very low, so it was quite a stretch to grab the handle, and so it wasn't the greatest setup for me.
Questions are coming in. Bill wants to know if you can find out where to get some Viking cage sections, and then they want to know what harness comes on that Viking.
My harness, I think, is called the something Ultra. It's RS Ultra. But that also might be the name of the paramotor. The Viking is made by RS Ultra, so I think it could be the harness from Kanguk. And yes, you definitely can get cage sections. And we're going to have one of the distributors for Kanguk America on the show here sometime soon. And so that'll be a great question for them.
How easy, Greg Jensen wants to know how easily, what's the breakdown like for the Viking? Is it pretty quick?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. This one here, you can see that in the picture there's some little, I don't want to pick my nose, but there. Those are some Velcro straps. So you just zip them right off and it comes apart. And there's 4 of those. So it's pretty slick. It doesn't take a lot. It takes more time to take the prop off.
Looks like there's 2 on the top, and I see 1 down by your right leg. So I guess the other one's on the left leg.
Okay. Exactly.
Huh.
Exactly.
That's how when I first bought a paramotor, it was a fresh breeze, and I got rid of it. But that's how that one came apart, was Velcro.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these machines are put together with duct tape and Velcro, and we trust it to go up to 18,000 feet. It's amazing. I mean, we're crazy, but it's so fun, right?
It sure is. Sure is.
So what are you up to as far as flights? I know that every time that we come on here, we talk about your flights and how many you got going on. What are you up to now, by the way?
Let me look that up for you. Okay, 187 flights and
documented.
100 and okay, so I lied. I've only got 123 hours of flying time.
123 hours. That's still a long time with 100 and how many flights you just said?
87.
Yeah, that's a lot. And how many piston heads did you burn through?
2.
Oh, that's all?
Wow.
Well, that's nothing.
Could I ask how that happened, or did you ever figure that out?
The first one, it happened at about, let me see, here it is here. The very first one happened at 152 flights, and I had 136 hours on the machine in total. And what happened was I should have done a carb job. I never did the whole time. I was just about to get to it, but I didn't get to it. And so the carb wasn't adjustable, and it would change in flight. I had been flying for about half an hour, and I went up I tried to gain altitude to get out of some clouds and some not thick clouds, fog, we'll call it. And it started to lose power. So I came lower, and then all of a sudden it was great. It went great for quite a while, another probably 15 minutes, and then it just went.
So was it too lean then?
The problem was the carb could not be set so properly. Like it would vary between lean and rich by itself. And so it just went too lean and then burnt out.
I see in the super chat, let's see if I can see it. Who said that? Greg Jensen said it's legally required to keep a logbook in Canada. So that's why he knows what it is offhand.
Okay, I was about to ask that. I was like, man, what do you do? Put little dash marks on that? I mean, because I lost count in my flights. I couldn't tell you how many, but over a year and 8 months, maybe 9, going on 9 now.
I'm about to pick
I
up
tell
a
you,
monitor.
one thing to consider is to keep some kind of record. And just in the event we get stricter regulations or requirements or whatever, I log every single flight. But that's the pilot. I mean, I just like to know and keep track of my flight. So hey.
Yeah, I keep track with the app, and before then it was just remembering to put the app, and then they came out with the new one that I can't remember right now, that everyone kind of uses right now.
I find the problem with apps is that you can lose all your data pretty easily.
That happened to me. Yeah, I had all of my flights and stuff on the Skyfly High, and something happened to my phone, so I had to get a new phone, and the data wouldn't transfer over. So I basically had to restart over again, which is no big deal. I mean, I know. And also, too, when it comes to stricter regulations in the future, don't forget, guys, that the way to keep up with that, and if we do get into the point of stricter regulations, you might want to just go ahead and go to the USPPA and take your PPG 1, 2, and 3. You can do it, take it. Who's dinging? Is that you, Jim? That's right. You're the guest. You can ding all you want.
I'm trying to turn
Dang, look,
off
America's
Paramount.
in the house, Sean.
Everything dinging over here.
Really? Hello. I'm so glad that you guys made it. We want you on the show. Jim said that we want you on the show. So is that why you guys are here? Also, too, you notice that Brian Franz said, yeah, you could only go up to 17,999 because 18,000 would be illegal. That's true. But when you're up that high, really, what is this much, right? I mean,
So on your logbook, Jim, do you get like a regular standard pilot's logbook, or do you just have your own little like notebook? Is there any specific thing you get?
You can get an official log, well, not an official logbook. You can get one that looks official. It's nicely bound and everything like that. But what I do is I just use an Excel sheet and I keep track of everything. So what I do when I get to the field, I take a picture of the amount of fuel I have. Then I take a picture of the hours. And then when I land, take a picture of the fuel levels and I take a picture of the hours.
take a picture of the fuel because you're not allowed to run out of gas in Canada, right?
I guess it's similar to what a pilot's logbook was required when you go do the hours, the hours, meter, and attack.
I got a question for all you guys. Do you have, or I should say, have you ever flown a trike? Do you have a desire to fly a trike, or is it a personal preference to foot launch?
Are you asking the panel?
The whole panel, because whoever flies.
Okay.
What do you say, Jim? I mean, or Sean? I don't know.
All right, I'll go first. I think that having a trike in your repertoire of flying, even if you love to just foot launch, getting a retractor trike gives you the ability to trike very inexpensively. And the reason why I like to do it personally, because when you go to fly-ins, 9 times out of 10, the wind is not blowing in your favor. You got to walk across the field or a long way with your paramotor and your wing. That can get kind of heavy for an old grandpa like me. So what I like to do, bolt on my trike, start her up, put my wing in my lap, drive to the other side or wherever I want to, out of the way of everybody. If I want a foot launch, there's just 4 little bolts. Unbolt them, put on my pack, go fly, or I can fly the trike. It doesn't make any difference. If I do unbolt it, I go fly around. I land next to my trike that's still there. The retractor trike, bolt it on, drive back to where I'm supposed to be. It makes it so easy. So I like it personally because it makes it easy in fly-ins. How about you guys?
I'll say no, maybe, and yes.
No, maybe, and yes. You haven't flown a trike.
Never flown a trike. I'm not against flying a trike. If I did, I would probably go the Brian Waller route with the retracted trike.
Yeah.
And what was the last question? I answered yes to it. I know that much. Oh, I prefer to foot launch. At this point.
I prefer a foot launch.
I would like to learn trike just that way, and then get my tandem rating. That way I could legally take people up for inductory flights and stuff. I have a lot of people offered, or a lot of people that want friends close. Oh, can you take me up? It's like, not on my current setup. I would need a bigger motor and bigger wing. Right. And try costs a little more money than I can dish out right now. So I would like to learn and it's going to have to come down the road with time and saving money. But yeah, I just foot launch. I just know you got to make sure you can handle that trike. I've seen some bad fails trike launches, and my first fly-in before I learned how to fly, I saw a pretty nasty trike. It wasn't bad. It was just really high winds. Dude probably shouldn't have been kiting on his trike in high winds, and it just picked up, whoop, knocked him over, destroyed his cage section.
That's what worries me about that retractor trike. Doesn't it have a small wheelbase? So it's easy for that thing to flip, isn't it? Because of the
Space is kind of wide where you sit. So, Brian Waller, are you still in the super chat? Are you still here? If you are, let us know what you think of your retracted trike, and is it wide enough to be able to fly without tipping over? I've seen a lot of his videos. He seems like he does really well. I don't have the actual retracted trike. I got something similar, and it has a wide enough base that I don't think I could flip over if I try. Well, of course you can, but it's very stable. Linda, you had a tandem on a trike. What did you think about that, Linda? Linda, are you
Muted.
there? Oh, she's muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. What's that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. No, we're asking since you took your flight on on a trike as a passenger, would you think that you would like to continue to fly in the future on a trike, or do you think you'd like to try foot launch? Just curious, because you're not a pilot, but you did get up in the air with the tandem.
I think I'm more comfortable with a trike. I would not be good at foot launching at all. So yeah, with my knees or whatever, I wouldn't be able to run very fast. I can guarantee that. But the trike is just so much easier. When you go on the tandem, you just sit down and they get you all set up and buckled in everything, so you're all nice and safe, and you just grab onto the bar things there and just hang on and enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a foot launcher. I personally, I feel more comfortable just doing the trike.
That sounds good. How about you, Jim?
A lot easier.
I would love to try a trike, and I'd love to someday be able to take my wife up flying with me. I think, but she's told me emphatically that's never going to happen. But if I can't fly a trike, it's never going to happen. So I got to learn how to fly a trike, and then I can maybe convince her.
Well, ever come down here, which you said you might be able to do, I'll let you try a trike, see if you like it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Remember when we were at Moonshiners and Jade let JP Tulo try a trike for the first time? He loved it.
Yeah, and he greased that landing too.
Really good. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I think it's because I used to fly RC airplanes.
Mm,
I like watching the wheels come off the ground.
yeah.
It's just something about that part and the easier landings. You just come in on wheels. That part intrigues me, but I enjoy foot launching, so I don't know.
I like it too. One of the things that also I like to do, is that no matter which way the wind is blowing, when you're coming in for landing, you can come in with the wind, crosswind, any way that you want to. And you just, no big deal.
Not to mention, you can fill that son of a gun up with gas when you're on a trike, because the weight doesn't matter then, really. You can fill it up. If I fill it up and it's on my back, it's too much. I can't do it.
It takes some getting used to, definitely. And I have a 17-liter tank, and I'll tell you that thing, the first time I did it, I thought I was going to have to get out of my harness because I didn't think I was going to be able to get up, but I did. And after that, I haven't had any problems.
I got a question.
Says he's got the skinny wheels on his retractor, and you can't tell any difference in how it flies when he foot launches. So it's awesome, he says. Weighs about 21 pounds.
The Foxy trike for the Fly Products rider is 20 pounds. So I think that weight range, 20 pounds, 21 pounds, 19 pounds, because I thought a retractor trike was 19 pounds, but if he says 21, then it's 21, I guess.
I guess my question would be for the trike people that fly trikes more than, I mean, I've never flown one, wanted to, but would it, like, I don't think it would be safe to do on my 16-meter wing. I have a 28 or 24-meter wing, which would probably be better, but I don't think it would be doable or safe, given that that would be probably overloaded with a truck.
What's your what height are you above sea level where you are?
About 740 or 780, I think.
Just 700 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
It shouldn't really make much difference. If the trike is only 20 pounds, think about it. If you filled up 5 gallons of gas, that's 30 pounds. So, you know, depending on how much gas you put in, also depends on how heavy your motor is. If you're a foot launcher, you know what the difference is between, you know, a liter and 5 gallons. You know, it's a huge difference to put on your back. When you're flying, obviously you need to make sure that you are within range, but look on your wings. Sometimes they have wings that have advanced over the maximum weight. So let's say that your weight is supposed to be between 100 and 200 pounds. Okay, that's your weight range that they put on there. But then they put on an advanced range that will give you an extra 25 or 50 pounds beyond that. So if you are advanced, where you can handle the carving of something that's overloaded like that, it still won't break. You know, it's still okay up to that advanced on your weight.
I think I looked it up once. It was maybe 110 kilograms, whatever that converts to as pounds. And then I think the advance would be maybe 115, 118 kilograms on that one.
James had a great question. He said, how about emergency landings? Would you rather be on foot or trike?
Foot.
Yeah, I would much rather be on foot for an emergency landing, because a trike, you're going to need some space, and on a foot, you might can get away in just a little bitty area. That would be tough on a trike.
But also, too, if you think about it, and I've done this before on mine, which is kind of like a retractor trike. So I'm going to call it a retractor trike, even though it's not. So with something that light, 20 pounds, that just has wheels that you put your feet on, right? It's extremely light. So what you do in an emergency situation when you're coming in with that small trike, not a normal size trike, or definitely not a PPC, what you do is you take a wrap on your brake. So when you come in for that landing, right before you get there, you have lots of flare authority. Slow down, slow down, slow down. And then right before you land, all the way down, you'll come up and you'll just set it down. You know, almost like a little butterfly. Pretty much like the way I come in for a landing foot launch, because I hate to run out stuff. I don't want to run. I want to come in and set it down. So that's what I practiced. And I can do that on the retractor trike. So,
oh, I want to see it. Where's the video? Come on.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of an obvious, but the foot launch, I think, would be the better option. You have more, you know, just more options with foot. And think about how many, Sean, how many engine failures have you had, or engine outs?
I've had one where my fuel line split, so it stopped getting gas, and I was up probably at 3,000 feet, so I had plenty of room to find it. I had a airbox recently just go through the prop, and I was doing some low fun maneuvers, you know, and went through the prop, broke it, and I was probably 5 feet above the ground at an angle, and I just angled in. I pulled flare, and I went smack right into the damn ground on a bank. Brushed everything off. I was fine. I had the exhaust brake on the Mine 19. We all know about those damn exhausts, right? So it broke and went through the prop. Had an emergency landing there. And of course, I foot dragged a gravel road. God, don't do that. Don't do that. And tore up my prop. So my props that I tear up are stupid, you know, stupid.
Yes. So
not because
I've had 4, and each one, it was a landing in a field, right? Which is probably where you're going to land. And a lot of times those fields are plowed a certain way, right? So to me, it's just easier. It would to land foot launch in a situation like that than it would be with wheels.
Also, too, when somebody picks you up, they got to be able to pick up you and all your gear too. So if you're able to break down
Good
everything,
point.
so if you got a retractor trike, man, that can, you know, fit in your backpack. That's no problem. But if you have a full size trike, that's not good. Also, too, if you are high enough, the thing I tell all my students is to make sure that you are high enough so in case you do have a motor route, you can glide someplace. And when I was up there at 3,000 feet on my little cruise or whatever it was, and my motor went out, I kept on trying and I figured out what it was is the fuel. I knew I had enough fuel. So I wanted to land and I wanted to make sure I landed close to a road. So my advice is if you're high enough and you are able to glide someplace, go to the road instead of going to the middle of a farmer's field. It might take you a mile with this big thing on your back to hike it out. If you're able to land close to a road, obviously minding the power lines, it's a lot easier to get picked up by your friends or family.
Yeah, we talked about that, and I have a different take on it, Sean. As far
Okay.
as now, if it's a field that I'm familiar with,
Okay.
absolutely, land as close to the road. But if I'm forced to land in a field that I'm unfamiliar with, I tend to want to land in the center of that field, and because chances are I won't be hitting power lines there. I mean, it's possible, power lines can go down the center of a field, but they can also be very difficult to see too. And if you get down there and find their power lines, you're kind of stuck with you're committed. So it's just a different way of looking at it. Neither way is right or wrong, I guess, but that's just kind of my take on that.
Well, I think the closer you can get to a road, I mean, don't try to land a mile away from the road because, it feels safer over there. I mean, power lines usually run next to the roadway, parallel. So if you're able to, get about 20 feet from the road and land safely, obviously, the closer that you land to the road, the easier it is. I mean, think about it. Any place that you have ever been, if you had to put that on your back with your wing and only walk a mile, what kind of stuff are you going to be going through to walk a mile? Even in a field, there's barbed wire and fences, holes, mud, all sorts of weird stuff. So look at your LZ where you fly and then do a mile circumference around it. And let's just say that you land in any part of that mile circumference. What are the obstacles that you're going to be going through? And secondly, are you wearing flip-flops or are you wearing boots? Because I always wear boots and parachute pants when I'm flying during the summertime because I figure, one of these days I'm going to land someplace and I'm going to have to walk through some junk. So always make sure that you.
Yeah, there's another aspect to it too, or variable, I guess, and that would be what's your level of experience. I mean, how good are you at spot landing, and how good are you at saying, okay, I'm going to land in this little section of the field or whatever. And I mean, if you're confident, then that makes perfect sense, I guess. But
Yeah.
My first engine out, I was not good at spot landing. So that's kind of, I picked the biggest field I could find and I aimed for it. So anyways.
I've had no experience at engine failure. I've gotten close before I rebuilt my carburetor this October. It had on the run up, it was sputtering a little bit, but I thought it was air in the lines, cleared it. But on takeoff, it kind of bogged down and wouldn't go full power and then eventually opened up. So that's the only thing I've had happen. I haven't had an engine out yet, but I've always kind of in my beginning, still a year and 8 months now, maybe of flying. I've always kind of gone up around my area and flown and say, okay, if I kill my motor now, it's just ease back on the throttle. Can I make this field? So I always do like practice engine failures when I'm up, usually if I'm up about an hour or more or less. It's always like, I'll do a pattern around the field. Okay, let's make sure I can go up and do a pattern around the field. And I'll actually, since I have an electric start, I'll actually kill the motor over the field and make sure, okay, will it restart? Okay, it'll restart. And then I'm like, okay, I feel safe enough to leave the field now. But I haven't had any experience in the year and 8 months, I think it's been, since I've been flying in motor outs or engine failures. So I'm not saying it won't happen. I don't want it to happen. Knock on wood.
It will happen. I think you got a good shot at it happening.
It's like a flat tire. It's not if you're going to have a flat tire, it's when.
When.
The more you drive, the more you're going to have that chance of a
flat. I have bad luck with tires, so I hope I don't have the same luck as tires as I do paramotors. So But
Jim,
yeah,
have you had any motor outs or anything?
Oh
Since-
yeah, I've had a few.
Then tell us about them, please.
Well, my first motor out, I ran out of fuel and found a field that that I thought was going to be good. I circled twice, and then I started coming down toward the one spot. I ended up heading toward a grain bin, and then I realized that when I adjusted, I realized I was going to end up landing in the ditch, and that would have been bad. So I did a quick run around again, and then I wasn't able to line up again into the wind, but I landed and I ran it out. But it was a fast landing. Fast landing.
And if you do have a motor out, it's best to take that wrap so you have more flare authority when you get close to the ground.
Yeah, and
I try
then
not to, I mean, as far as emergency landings go, I try not to ever fly over anything I know where I can't get back to some type of LC that has enough space for me to land. If I'm foot launching, then I'm going to make sure that there's a spot where I can land. If I was on a trike, I'd try to make sure that I'm always above a spot where I could land that trike. But I know some people are adventurous and like, I'm going to go across this forest here and try to make the next LZ. That's when the emergency landing thing comes into effect, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go over a forest, it's really no big deal. Just make sure you circle, get higher, get your altitude. And once you're
Right.
high enough that you know that if your motor went out, you can get across it, you're still golden that way. I mean,
Right. As
But
long
I'm-
as you got the
That's the
altitude.
number one rule of paramotoring. Always have an out. If you
Yeah.
don't, you're
Yeah.
doing it wrong.
and
Yeah.
see, like the picture behind me is kind of an area that's down the road from my house. There's actually a tower in that field. I think that's the right one, but I have a lot of trees around me, but as well, there's a lot of farmers' fields. There's a lot of hay fields. There's a lot of corn fields. So there's all kinds of outs. And that's the one thing I told my instructor was like, hey, I'm kind of around some trees, so I don't know if I should get an Atom 80 or a 185, or then I chose the EOLE motor, which is 135. So he's like, yeah, this will give you enough power to clear those trees. And I'm always having to cross sections of woods and pretty much, I mean, if it's not a field, it's trees. So I'm always trying to, like, I see a lot of people playing low, and I'll drop in a field and play low, but most of the time it's like, okay, here comes a bunch of woods. I better get up, climb so I can. So that's why I do practice a lot of at the time when I go up, practice, hey, engine outs, because I want to be prepared for when that day does come. I want to be able to know that I know my glide ratio. I know if I'm this high, I know I can glide to the nearest field. And that's kind of why I like my areas. There's just so much options on engine out scenarios, if there were to ever be one. And there will be. I'm not saying there won't be, but try to do enough maintenance to my motor and keep it up to date and keep everything running as best as I can. And hopefully I can avoid them as best as possible. So, but yeah,
motor maintenance is very, very, very important. Jim, we got about 15 minutes until 8. So let's talk more about the calendars real quick. And Scuba Steve just put in the super chat. Go to ppgcalendar.com. Jim has lifted the 3 votes per day just for this last hour. So if you haven't done so, make sure you go over to ppgcalendar.com. At 8 o'clock, we're going to do the spinning wheel of winning things. Jim is going to show us the 12 pictures that have won that will be in the calendar. And after 8 o'clock, we're going to show you how to get the calendar cheaper than you will be able to get it tomorrow. So pre-buy them now so you can get a better deal for the future. Jim, tell us a little bit more about the calendar, the voting, and how that works.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you a bit about some of the pictures. I got some really cool pictures, and I got some pictures that weren't. Well, I got some entries, but no pictures. So we had a few little flubs with the way things were set up. So Todd, if you noticed your picture is not in there to be voted upon, it's because there was no upload. So there was no picture. And same with you, Tom. There was nothing that was uploaded. We did get a few pictures that I thought were really cool, and I'd like to show you them. These people, unfortunately, either they were too late to get in to the contest, or they were not the greatest format. And then there was one person that unfortunately we totally missed them, and said that they actually uploaded Mike's picture, which he didn't appreciate too much. But they got a cool picture there too. So if let me pull this up, because there's some pretty nice pictures there. Let me see if
Yeah, it just shocked me, and I'm like, man, I thought that was, and it's no big deal now. I knew it was probably a error by upload or something. It's not a big deal, but I was just like, man, I hope that's just a.
Oh, you haven't refreshed the page in a while. Wait till you, that's not even close to how many votes are on each picture.
Yeah,
There's a lot more votes than that.
Let me refresh. And we got
I-
11 minutes and 29 seconds left.
There we go. That's a little better now.
Gotta make an account.
Do you have to make an account to vote, Jim?
yes, you do.
Okay.
Yep.
So make an account real quick. You got 11 minutes. Vote all you want to. What do you think is the best? So I would say, if you have unlimited votes, you got 12 good votes to vote for the calendar. You know, make those votes count.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to go and make an account because there's just.
Lots of amazing pictures here. If you guys are listening to this audio podcast, make sure you go over to ClearPropTV.com, watch the video. Lots of good stuff here, guys.
It has
Absolutely.
it has a registered now little underline thing. You click on that and then you type in your email and name and
Okay.
boom, you're registered.
Oh, okay. So I make my own password, not my actual email password. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, don't use your email password. So it looks like we got a lot of stuff that we can vote on. So you guys make sure that you go there. Go to ppgcalendar.com. The link is in the super chat. Just click that. If you're listening to the audio, obviously the voting has been done, but you can go to Paramotor Calendar and buy your calendar. You know, make sure you go there and buy it. We're going to be putting up a pre-sale here in just a moment after we do the spinning wheel of winning things. And we're going to be showing you how you can get these things a little bit cheaper than retail. So it is, how many we got? 750. So hey, do me a favor, Will. Say hello to everybody that's in your spinning wheel of winning things. So we'll be ready at 8 o'clock so we don't go past it. I hate going past our times.
And last I checked, we had 33 watching and 17 thumbs up. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thumbs up, please. That's
Thank
part
you.
of the metrics here. If you don't like us, thumbs down twice.
Twice. So big hello to John Wayne, Angela Presslick, Bill H., Brian Franz, Travis DuPont, Tony Marzano, Bonnie Sullivan Franz, Goldie Teal, Alex Robinson, Just Wanna Fly, Greg Jensen, Semper Fly PPG, Eric PPG Lear, Brian Waller, Brian R. Rides, James 555, Kangook America, PPG, the other Nick, Deweese Milstead, Matt Sloper, and Greg Laney. If I missed anyone, now's your chance to speak up.
That's right.
We try to do
Is that 36 people that you just said, or does it not show how many people are in there?
it doesn't well, yeah, I mean it shows 22 entries, but that the watchers aren't the same as the chatters participants, the chat participants.
Tony said, what happens if you go over your time? Well, it's just one of those things, you know, I'm trying to stay focused. It's so hard to stay focused and we have such a good time doing this. And, you know, I say that we're going to do the spinning wheel of winning things at 8. I want to make sure we do it at 8 o'clock and it's not 8:15. It's, you know, if you're going to be waiting for the spinning wheel, I want you to be here at 8, of course. You know, Zach just joined us. Is Zach new here?
Zach is new. I thought we were going to do one half at the halfway point.
That's what I'm saying. Here it is. It's almost
Oh,
8
Lord.
o'clock and totally missed it. So I guess I need a bell or something. Also, too, on the when you're flying, make sure you have yourself a garbage bag or a small wing bag like this. If you ever have a motor out, you want to make sure that you can stuff your wing into a bag, because if you're carrying a backpack and a big ball of wing, that is very difficult to walk, especially if you're walking a mile or more. That'd suck. All right. So hello, everybody in the super chat. Thank you so much for being here. We got 26 people watching. We got 15
Yay.
thumbs up. Thumbs up are good if you can do the
Awesome.
thumbs up. Oh, did you guys know? Okay, so we've been checking out our metrics. I'm sorry, Jim. We've been checking out our metrics, and we got about 62,000 downloads on our audio. We just did another check to see what we did as far as video and our other audio. And Jim up in Canada is re-uploading this podcast to his channel. Last week we got 250 people that watched it. He got 425 people that watched it on his channel. Don't know how that happened, but Jim,
That's cool.
awesome. So we did a quick thing of what we probably did. We probably had more than 100,000 views since we've been doing this. So everybody that's listened, everybody that's been watching, thank you so much.
Yes.
You guys are amazing. The things that we're going to be doing come
Amazing.
our fourth season in January are going to be incredible, including giving away paramotors and wings and other cool paramotor paraphernalia. You're going to love it.
So exciting.
It's going to be awesome. And of course,
A couple more people joined us too. Andres Rosario and is that Olivier? Blancades, I think. Sorry if I.
All right,
Got you.
welcome.
glad that you made it here. Yeah, we were chatting earlier, so glad that you made it here. All right, so we're going to do the spin wheel winning thing in 6 minutes. Jim, tell us a little bit more about your company and what the PPG Grandpa can do for you up at carepp.com.
Okay, so I have a custom printing company where I print basically whatever you want printed, and in any pretty much format that you want. If I can't do it, I have friends that can do it, and I'll enlist them to help you out. What we do at our shop here, we have contour cutting. We can do stickers, decals, or no, decals.
Yeah, Sean calls them decals.
But we got stickers, and we've got paper products, and we've got card stock. So we do note cards, we do all sorts business cards, we do hanging.
You print
cards.
T-shirts too?
I don't do T-shirts in-house.
Oh, okay.
I've got a buddy right next door to me that does T-shirts, so I can definitely get them done for you if a person wants them done, and he gives me a pretty good rate.
Awesome. Is
That's
there
cool.
any discount code that you guys offer at carepp.com?
If you mention PPG Grandpa, then you get 10% off whatever you order. How's that?
That sounds like an awesome deal. I'm worth 10%.
Look at that proud grandpa.
Yes, I am. I'm proud. I'm worth 10. You know what? That would be okay. So, Jim, I need you to make a T-shirt. I'm worth 10%.
It's 10%.
Oh man.
So I still see 15 thumbs up. If we're going to do the spinning wheel winning thing, guys, we need at least one more
I
thumbs
see
up.
19 thumbs up.
Do you?
Dang it.
Yeah, 34
Okay,
watching,
rolling.
19 thumbs up. I think you need to refresh.
I might need to refresh my other computer.
So excited.
See what's going on in the super chat.
I love Mondays.
Ooh,
There's 20 thumbs up. That's more like it.
Woo!
20. There we go. 34 people.
Hey,
I love it. They're all, you know what they're here for.
thank you.
You know what they're here for. They're here
The
for
good stuff.
I love it.
for the good stuff.
We
Also,
can't even win a calendar. That sucks. All right.
No, you can win the calendar.
We're
That's-
not on the spinny wheel of winny things.
Who's not?
Panel members can't be on the spinny, winny, wheelie things.
Guys,
Yeah,
remember, if you're on the panel, all you have to do is get up to with this guy, PPG Grandpa. I don't know who this guy is, but
Oh.
Grandpa, I need a calendar, and guess who sends you a calendar? You're on the team here. Yo,
Okay. Well, I
if you
mean,
don't know my number. If you don't know my number, let me give it to you. If you need to get up with me for anything, anybody that's out there, and by the way, people have been getting up with me. They said I've been listening to your show. And I got a friend. Yes, you're a friend. Is putting together a website just like PPG Zone had, to where we can map out all the pilots across the United States. We lost that when Josh shut down PPG Zone. But
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to be able to get that again soon. So that's going to be really
Oh. That's exciting.
Mike said, I'll take a calendar. All right, I'll give you a discount code. You can
Those
get.
calendars are nice, and I used the heck out of mine last year. Yes, mine was
Hey.
like when I book people, write it down on that calendar. That was my business calendar. Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
ready for a new one.
So as soon as Jim prints out a bunch, we're gonna buy them, and he's gonna send them to us, and then we're gonna be able to give them out to you guys. Of course, that's on the panel, and we'll be giving them out for the spinning wheel winning things too in the future, along with a bunch of other cool
That'd be
stuff.
cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Accumulating.
Have those
Everybody likes to win a calendar.
still have those phone lanyards?
Yeah, I got phone lanyards. You want one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just call me tomorrow. Scuba, you too. Just call
I've
me.
been
Look at my phone, man. I'm like, oh, really? Well, the case is broken. I'm like, man, I can't. There's no way I can strap my phone down.
What phone? I got phone cases. 'Cause that's one of the things I do.
This is a 10XS,
what?
iPhone 10XS,
Oh, 10, iPhone 10. Where's my pen?
or yeah, 10XS, 10XR.
iPhone 11 Pro.
I get this is just a wide. This is a wide one, so it's got the bigger case.
No, I forgot I have a 13. I just got 13 on a free upgrade or the sale that went on.
You guys need anything, because we got 3D printers, which reminds me, we're going to be giving away chase cams and stuff too in the future. I just got everything set up, and I didn't want to have that thing running while we're doing the podcast. But
Yeah.
next week we're going to be giving away some chase cams and a lot of goods. You're going to love it. So make sure you're here tomorrow. What time is it, Jim? You got a
It is
minute?
time.
Jim, you got 1 minute. Talk to us. Tell us what we can do, and tell us about what does it take to get my own calendar. Let's say that I love taking pictures of butterflies. It's not paramotors, it's butterflies. And I say, Jim, call you up. Jim, I want a calendar with butterflies. I got pictures. How does that work? I mean,
Yeah, how does that work?
how does that work? And while you're telling us, Will, if you want to pop up the spinning wheel, and we'll spin while he tells us how that works.
Yeah, so if you want to call me, you can, 306-946-4027, and we can arrange for you to have your very own calendar. We can put the holidays on there. Believe it or not, I know the American holiday, or I mean, the United Statesian holidays. I know the Canadian holidays too, so if you want your calendar specific, we can do that. And yeah, cost-wise, $20 for the first calendar and $10 for each after that. And I have a few people that get multiple calendars and send them out to their friends and families. They really enjoy that. It's a great gift.
Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and spin that spinning wheel of winning things.
All right. I undid it and because it looks like it's kind of choppy. I don't know. Anyways, I tried to optimize. That'll make a difference.
It looks blurry for some reason, and that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry on this side. Maybe you
Yeah,
got 10
really
seconds.
blurry.
Just
I'll-
look out
Just put your glasses on.
I got my glasses on, and it's still blurry.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Bill H tonight.
It's so blurry, you'll have to tell
Yeah,
me.
we can't see
Yeah,
it.
so you just have to trust me.
We'll see the big name when it pops up. I'm hoping.
You can count the characters at least.
Travis says that the wheel is rigged.
It always seems like it is, doesn't it? If Bonnie wins, it's rigged. If John Wayne wins,
It's either
rigged.
Angela or Bill H. That's hilarious.
If Angela, it's definitely rigged because she's been winning nonstop.
Oh, it's so close. It's right in between
Yes!
both of them. Good
I'm
call, Will.
excited and I didn't win anything.
Bill H goes, me, and he did win.
Woohoo, Bill H.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Bill H.
Be the one.
I want to know if Will can do that again.
Yes, I won and I didn't win anything, man.
No, I mean, guess
may
it.
call the
Yeah,
winner.
exactly. Guess it right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
probably
sharing the
shouldn't
screen
do
so
that,
we do,
'cause that's
so I can make sure my glasses work correctly.
I know.
H, you won a free calendar. So make sure you go to
Yay.
paramotorarkansas.com, put that paramotor or put that calendar in
Oh.
your cart, And I
Well, you
will,
had it, then it went back blurry.
I will zero it out for you and I'll send it out. Don't pay for it. Just put it in your cart. I'll be able to see it's in your cart. All right. And text me too to remind me. 501-747-3558. If you guys don't have my name and number in your phone, do it now. My name is Sean Simons,
Now,
PPG Grandpa, 501-747-3558. Call me or text me anytime about paramotors or paramotor paraphernalia. If you got stuff that you want to send us, stickers, whatever, we'll send it out. If you want stickers, give me a text. Say I want some stickers. I'll hook you up.
and sneakers.
I cannot believe that we already talked for an hour. I mean, the time just flies so much. It's incredible.
Sean,
We
you're-
got on a couple of good topics that went on, but that's good stuff. So,
Hey, Sean, can I show you guys some pictures? I really feel bad that we missed these pictures. And some of them are quite nice.
Yeah, let's
oh man,
show
put them in the calendar as bonus pictures.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Jim, can you put bonus pictures at the very end? Just put, maybe put 4 of them per page.
Sure.
Also, too, we want to put some coupons in there too. So if you guys have something that you want to sell, like if you sell Hunter strobes or anything, and you want those coupons in the Paramotor calendar, let Jim know. We're going to have a page of coupons. So you might have to buy like 100 of the calendars to get a coupon, but it'll be worth it because you can give it away.
So this first picture that I'm going to show you
Okay.
was relatively unique. I never expected somebody to upload a picture of this device for the PPG calendar. And so I was extremely impressed, but I was extremely impressed as well because this guy is not even 30 minutes away from me, and I didn't even know he existed. So
Oh,
when I
wow.
saw his information, I was absolutely flabbergasted.
Oh,
As you
look at
can
that.
see,
It looks like a PPC.
yeah,
that's-
look, PPC looking wing.
that's
Yep,
exactly what it is. But one of the reasons I didn't use any of his pictures was because they were just screenshots, unfortunately. And so they wouldn't have been very good quality. So that's why we didn't put them in there. But that's a pretty unique looking thing. I know we don't see them too often. And
But
then
it's a PPG calendar, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
my-
qualify.
that's a nice one.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
that
pretty.
nice? That's Derek and Leanne Trout.
I like that.
Eric and Leanne Trout. Now,
Betcha.
Is that another one that you cannot use because it looks like a screenshot or what?
This one legitimately, well, we uploaded Mike's picture twice, and we put Mike and Derek and Leanne Trout underneath Mike's picture once, so it looked like they were uploading his picture. But this one would be a little bit tough just because of the layout of it. If you look, it's more of a portrait stance. It's up and down as opposed to horizontal. So, but
Yes.
we could zoom in and try and get it. Although I think it would be kind of tough to get both wings in there.
Yeah, I wish the second wing was a little further forward so you could see the other pilot.
Yes.
But
You see the pilot's glory there as well. It's pretty cool. Can you see my cursor right there? That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
I love those things. And then here, check this out.
Oh, my buddy's been there.
This was done
Wow.
by Amelia Plack. And she had a few others on there. I don't know how this one got missed, but it
Wow.
did.
That one should be in the extra picture section for sure.
vote. Oh, darn. Can't do it.
And then here we got Roman Uskovitz. And he's got a couple of these shots. They're pretty cool.
That's why I need my chase cam, Sean. I've been meaning to get a hold of you. I've been working so much. I'm gonna call you after the show if you have time. If not, I'll call you tomorrow after work.
Sounds good to me.
Because I still have your smoke system ready to go in a box. I just need to know, put it in the mail.
Can't wait to try that out. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, and
Where's
when
that from?
you get out, get a video of it. Like to see how it works in action.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Where's
check
that
one
from?
too.
Gives it like a 3D look with the
This
grass
was
in the front.
submitted by Troy. Psych Lucky. I totally butchered that. But yeah, that's a pretty cool one too, isn't it? So there were some pretty nice pictures. And this one wouldn't have worked for the calendar because it's a portrait stance, unfortunately. But
Can you talk a little about that, Jim? The importance of taking it landscape instead of portrait?
Yeah,
Sure.
like, I never even thought about that. Thank you, because I want to maybe.
So
send
dumbing
pictures to you.
up horizontal is
Yeah.
landscape, portrait
Yeah.
is phone upright, correct?
so the calendar is an 8.5, 11 sheet of paper, basically. And it can't be, the picture can't be upright. Otherwise it won't fit nicely on the paper.
Pretty
It
much
has to
like
be-
what you can see on the screen right now is you see this little
Yeah.
strip in the middle and it's blank on
So-
the sides.
So
Hey,
it wouldn't-
now could you also, since they're like straight up and down like this, could you put 3 different pictures on a page that does it that way?
Yes, I could. There's no question.
Okay, so if you do post one that's like that, you'll probably get merged with 2 other pictures at the back of the calendar, right?
Yeah, that would be something that we could do.
Fair enough. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I love the PPG photos, man. Especially like that, those 3, that looks like a chase cam pic there.
I
Yeah,
got
you
one. I
gonna-
haven't used it yet. So
Jim, are you going to do like last year's calendar on the back? You had our names. You put our names on the back and a little logo. Are you going to do that on the calendar this year? Remember how
I
you
haven't
had
thought
that?
about it. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
You got
That's
until
pretty-
Wednesday. You got until Wednesday. when
I
you
think
put it
that's
up.
kind of cool. So you can put, instead of my name, you can put Paramount on here with the cowboy.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
might put some of these extra pictures there,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
You gotta leave for the shock and awe value.
Definitely have a shocking value. I'm going to put a link in the paste, and I want you guys to check this out. So I just put this in the super chat, and now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I want to show you guys something really cool. I think that you'll like. What's that?
Pendulum junkies.
Pendulum Junkies. That's a very interesting name. So I'm going to show you what it looks like real quick and share my screen. Share Sean's screen. All right. So here is this. I made an account and I go down to the very bottom and I click this. And here's our map of the United States. Once you put your name in here and where you live, now people will be able to see you and see where you are. So I assume that when we click this, I can see who you are and I can message you. I just signed up. Here I
That
am.
looks like
Cool.
me. That mark over there by Norfolk, that's where I'm at. Is that me?
See. Oh, it looks like it's Pendulum Junkie. So I'm the first one that actually signed up. What? That's awesome. Who else wants to sign up? Check it out. I got the link in the description. I'll put the link in the description too, just in case you guys are listening to the audio.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to look up his profile. It literally looks like he lives right around the corner from me or something. That's crazy.
He's in North Carolina, isn't he?
That's Norfolk, Virginia Beach. That's in Virginia. And oh no, whoa, hold on. Now that you zoomed in, I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah, it's North Carolina.
I've recently had people at the airport asking, "Oh, do you fly over this area?" I'm like, "No, it must be a new paramotor pilot." So I try to go to the local area Facebook page for the Midwest group. I guess I forgot what it's or Midwest group or Mid Missouri group, and try to post on there like who's flying in this area. Because there's been several people that's asked me if that was me, if this is because I tell them like, yeah, I fly paramotor. No, it wasn't me. I fly in this area. And they're like, there's probably 5 I can count on that I've been told that I haven't met yet that are near me. And I'd like to meet them, go fly with them. So that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it really sucks that we missed or that Josh, closed down PPG Zone. That's one of the things I really liked. I like the wind thing on there and the map of pilots. So
Didn't know he closed it. It's on
When
there.
do you want to do the thumbnail before I take my glasses off?
Right?
If I leave them on, then they're all you see when the picture is a big old glare. And I don't show my hands or my thumbs because it looks like ghosty in the black and white. So, see.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, are we ready?
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. We got it.
Yeah. See, I put my glasses on. Why do you take yours off? That's just crazy.
I have- This is a Marine Corps issued me, and they're still in the case.
That's awesome.
I
It's
must
for
wear my glasses. Thanks, Will. You're
Yeah.
the best man.
No, you're the
You're
best.
the
Yeah.
thumbnail.
The guy that did this, his name is Wesley. I don't know how much information he wants me to put on the air, but he did want me to share it with you guys. It's not done. He's going to put a bunch more stuff on there, but it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good little website. So
I didn't know if there was already kind of like a similar website, or you were thinking. I guess that was PPG Zone.
PPG Zone had that, and I haven't been able to find anything like that. So Wesley, got up with me. He goes, "I listened to every single show, and I got your number off the show." I'm like, "That's what I put it on there for." So I was able to get up with him, and that's pretty cool. I like that website. So let's see.
Hey,
how
we
many-
got to do the thumbnail again. I'm sorry, Sean. Your eyes were closed. I mean, they really.
What? Really?
Okay, here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right.
I think, yeah.
All right,
Dave, what is up with that? I mean, I think you're moving right when I say 3, and let me see. Hold on. We'll see. It might be the old one.
well, maybe there's a little bit of a lag between us. So when you say 3, you're already done.
I don't know, but here, let me just.
Sean, it's been 2 weeks, and I swear your hair's grown like longer than the last time I was on.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Where? My beard?
No, your hair in the back here. I didn't know he's growing it out.
No, it looks like it, but it's just that my avatar behind me, it probably looked like it has.
It got it because it looked like you was growing out like a mullet or something. I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
Sean doesn't do mullets. Sorry.
You see what we're getting there?
I see a big blank screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, try it again. Can you see that?
Yeah. Looks like I got a black eye. It's like I got punched or something.
Oh no. Okay, so this time, like,
Are we
this
doing
is
another one?
move on. I mean, unless you want me to roll with that.
Yeah, all right, we'll do one more. I'll just
Yeah. What's that? You look like, what's that comedian's name that had that show? Yeah, that's who you look like.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Hold it.
Yeah, okay. Your eyes are closed again.
That's
No,
funny.
you're good, man.
all right. Finally, we got it.
As I encourage him, that was really funny. You should do it again.
It's been fun tonight.
Yeah, it's been great to be back on.
Yeah, what you been doing? Why have you not been on?
Hate working so much. They had me day shift, night shift, weekend shift, 6 days a week. I barely got any sleep. I'm glad to be back to my normal 7 to 3, so I can at least get home and fly. Because I've had plenty of opportunities to fly. Well, the weather, few days out of this last couple of weeks has been doable, but the rest of the week hasn't. But I couldn't fly because I was at work.
I'll be happy when we start getting longer days again, because this 5 o'clock sundown stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Winter equinox, the 21st-ish of this month.
Mhm. I basically got to get home and get set up, and then I've got at least an hour and a half to fly if I get up by that time.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, real quick too, guys. Anybody that needs to leave, I know that usually after an hour or hour and a half, people need to leave. So anybody need to leave in the next now or in the next 10, 15 minutes? Or are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Okay, good.
I don't believe, feel like I just got back.
It's like hours and hours go by and we talk and talk and talk. Oh, real quick. I know, Jim, this is your show and all. All right, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else that Jim wants to chat about before we start talking about other than Jim stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Did
we
miss
got a
anything?
lot of votes on these pictures. There is a few pictures that it's an unbelievable amount of votes. Mike,
I was just clicking away, man.
That's where the unlimited thing happens.
he
Click,
heard
click, click, click,
unlimited. He voted 396 times.
I did.
What?
My thing must have got stuck. You can count that for like half because I clicked that many times, but
Oh my goodness.
I bet you Scuba Steve was clicking for you too.
No, I did click his pick one time. So
Well,
there you
that's awesome. So he's definitely the winner.
Now we know too, not to give anybody so many. Can you do it to where people can only vote on one picture once, but they can vote on anything they want to, or is it unlimited where you can click 300 times on?
well, because I noticed when I was clicking, it wasn't just doing it by ones; it was doing it maybe a few times. It's like, so maybe that's how I got it. Because I only clicked probably three.
4, 5.
Oh,
The whole show going like this.
Does it show in the back end who's clicked and how many clicks?
yes, it does. But I don't know how to figure it. That's not my job.
Because when I did notice when I clicked it once, it was like there was like 10 votes, and then I clicked it. It looked like it went up to 25 votes. I clicked it again, so then I was like, "What am I getting extra votes, or am I special?"
click, click,
Ah,
click.
Just clicking away. Okay,
Good job.
Yeah.
Bonnie said your thing got stuck.
This thumbnail is
Silly
hilarious,
Bond friends.
Sean. It is hilarious.
No,
there's
but
there's a lot better photos
The
in there.
thumbnail is hilarious.
There's a lot better photos in mine. So
well, there's some really good ones. I know there's one on there that I'm definitely gonna throw in there. It didn't get the votes that I think that it was worth. And
I didn't get to see all of them.
it's the one with the red ground.
Oh yeah, I voted for that one.
Yeah,
I voted.
it got quite a few votes, but I guess when this was set up, when I set it up, messed with it, then I probably changed a setting which messed things up. And that's probably why Mike got to, every time he clicked it, he got 12 votes or something like that.
Yeah, I just clicked like Brett Stevens, one of his ones with the red. Is that what you're talking about? Looks like water he's flying over or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just clicked it. It's at 120 on my screen. I click it now, and it goes up to 132. So that's probably why mine went so many, because I thought I was getting one per vote, you know.
Because you're so special that you get 12 votes every time you click.
Yeah.
Is everything tallied up automatically, or you have to go through and look?
I've gone through it and looked, but it might get tallied up automatically as well. So we'll see.
You want to screen share and see what we got and tell us
Like,
what possibly the 12 are going to be?
Well, sure, I can do that.
Okay.
Let me see here.
I say I wouldn't even mind if mine was on the back with all the extras.
Unless you want to go through and filter it and look at the same IP that voted 360 times.
I swear I didn't vote that many times.
Just saying.
Oh, Mike, man. Now we know you.
No, I'm not
Well,
that. I guess I am right now, but
That would take some time though. So I mean, yeah, whatever.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like I'm still on the screen, and if I even click Alex Robbins or Brett Stevens, or Brett Stevens got a lot in there. Like Kevin SC, he's at, and on my screen he's at 255. I click it, vote now, it goes to 399.
Is it? Are you can still vote right now? I thought you stopped the voting at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I'm sure
that's
counting.
working.
But that's what my computer was doing. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't vote 300. I didn't click that many times, I promise. But that's when I'm going like Darius. I'll click his. He's at 2 votes on my screen. Darius
Okay,
2.
I don't know why you have that ability, but you got to stop voting.
Okay, I'm thankful for that ability, but I was like, no, I don't know how. It's like it racks up all my votes and throws them into all of. Yeah, I don't know.
Because yeah, for some reason you still have the ability to vote. It's still going up.
Yeah, my bad.
The mobile glitch.
We got someone in the super chat. It looks like Oliver. I think it is, but he's in Canada. Wants to know where exactly in Canada do you live? You might have somebody that's flying right next to you. You don't even know.
That's something
I'm in Saskatchewan, Alberta. Don't even know where I live. Watrous, Saskatchewan.
There you go.
That's
my
right.
mother's been there. My mother and my stepfather's been there.
Oh,
You come to the water.
no pictures of Bigfoot or anything? Come on, man. You
No.
Saskatchewan?
See Bigfoot on a pair.
Manitou Beach has got water like the Dead Sea. So you can't sink in this lake.
Oh.
Nobody's ever drowned in it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was in the Mediterranean Sea in the French Riviera, and my legs sink in water, and that's the only thing. I could just lay back like a lawn chair, and I was floating. It was amazing.
Yeah, so much salt in that water, the salinity level, you just float.
Yeah. Like, how do people drown in the ocean if this is how it works? You know, and it's just that specific part of it. But
Not that much salt.
Well,
Yeah.
it is still hard to go underwater in the ocean, and if you're good at floating on your back, you can just float on your back probably forever. I just saw something in the news that somebody fell off a cruise ship again. Don't know how they do that, but he was treading water, probably just floating on his back for 17 hours before they came back. They said that he was almost hypothermic.
yeah, your legs cramp for sure.
Yeah, you'll probably die of hypothermia before you drowned.
17
Yeah, and
hours.
in French Riviera, it was more. I was in there 10 minutes, and my mouth, my lips and my mouth was so dry I had to get out. It was that bad.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, back in 2007. Yeah, I'm gonna get off this Paramotor calendar vote page because I don't want to keep voting for that many votes. Like, something glitch.
So everybody
It
has
is.
like 1,200 votes. We'll never figure out which one is which. Thank you, Mike.
Linda, is that your little puppet? Oh, okay. You just got
And
your
I
hand.
figured out there's a glitch in the system. That's all I figured out. I didn't know. But I was like, no, like, if I click this, it goes up $3.99. You know, so I didn't. I don't have blisters on my finger, man.
got blisters on the finger.
I'm not doing this, but watch this. 402. And I'm really not clicking, but 415. Look at there.
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. No, I'm saying what you're doing right now.
No, I know that's literally what I was doing. One click, and it'd be, whoa, there's like 12 votes or 20 votes, and I don't know. I have a gaming computer, so I don't know. I'm like, go rat or something.
Well, Jim's got control. He can just pick the 12 he likes and put them up there.
I vote, divide them.
No, this is awesome. At least it was good fun, and we're learning.
Yeah.
We are. It looks like
No unlimited next time because that's
Yeah.
gonna be bad.
we just want to try to see what would happen. I'm looking back at the pendulum junkies, and it looks like we got 6 people now on the map. So
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna go right
there now.
oh, Bill H. Yay, Bill H. is right there. See who's in Florida. The other Nick. Yay, the other Nick. And who's right by Pendulum Junkie. Oh, you're right by Pendulum Junkie. Not too far away, but
Yeah, he's a little south of me, it looks like. So
okay.
How
Scuba.
specific is the area? I mean, is it like a general area? Or?
Yeah, it's just they say don't put your actual address. They put it down for your city and state, and it just drops it down someplace in the city and state where you are. And then up there, it is
signing up.
There's cool.
I'm signing up right now.
Awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, I hope this really kicks off. I'm going to put this in the.
You can get it. You can get some business cards or just share it on Facebook, I think, on all the groups.
QR codes. We can, QR code it too, so it's easy. Look what Jim does, so we can see how to get to his place. I like QR codes. Matter of fact, my new where are they? My new business cards have a QR code. That way, I can keep things updated on the website and not change my business cards all the time. So QR codes are great. I love them. And this is coming from the grandpa, people. I know about QR codes.
Yeah, I have no idea about them other than I know how to point my phone at it.
Yeah, you can you can search for QR code maker, and there's a ton of them out there. You just type in a website, whatever you want it to go to, and it'll create the QR code. You put them in anything you want to. You see them usually like on the back of buses and things like that, or cars, or um, the
Got one on
stickers
a,
on the back.
I got a bumper sticker with a little QR code. It's
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool if I start promoting myself and putting it on the back of my vehicle when I get it. I need a new vehicle. I
Yeah,
just
and make sure you click it like 500 times, and make it looks like.
I swear I mean I found a mistake, error, glitch. And I'm being honest. That's how it worked on my computer. I was like, what's going on?
You're not the only one. Alex Robinson got in there too.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Uh,
I can vote for myself a bunch of times.
he is the other person who got to, he had like 375 votes and he had 333. All of his pictures are up in like the 200 and 300 votes area. So
Up with the unlimited part of it. I guess it's like, I don't know how that worked. I don't know. I don't build code. I don't know how websites work, but it's yeah.
The work is just fine before you remove the unlimited thing.
yes, it was.
That must be the issue.
That was my fault. I asked him to take that off. So that was.
I think I had 14 votes, and then I was like, oh.
So Alex has like 5 pictures in here, and I'll definitely pick one of his.
Good. So yeah, like I said, I don't even, if I make the calendar great, you could put me in the little back section. I wouldn't care.
No worries, man. You got a nice picture there.
Yeah, thanks.
What I'm shocked is Stephen Minty. I mean,
Yeah,
Steven.
I'm shocked by him too. Go ahead.
his are probably
Everybody loves
authentic.
him. Everybody loves him. Yeah. Let's see. Alex said a wealth of different landscapes within a 90-minute drive in any direction. Is Alex, were you talking about where you fly, or did I miss something in the super chat? Bonnie Fran said, how do you turn on mouse turbo mode? Yeah.
I have a gaming laptop, and it's what is it? I don't even remember what it is. It's a Republic of Gamers laptop.
Yeah. I got one of those. I've used it twice. It's brand new.
It gets hot. Mine's only got like a 1060 card. Oh, and I just shut my screen and it turns my computer off. Cool. I didn't know that. I could use it for basically I originally bought it for online gaming, and then it ran so hot I got a cooling board, and then the cooling board with that running, I had to put a fan on it because it was running so hot, and I don't know how there's settings inside of it to tweak and twerk it to get it to where you want it.
Your computer's twerking, huh? That's
Yeah. Working so hot.
It's twerking and it gets hot. I love it. You gotta love these things. Jim, do we have the tally, or do you have to? Will you be getting that ready tomorrow? How is that going to work?
I'll get that ready later on. I'm going to take a look at the IP addresses and see if I can figure out what happened. Because but that was pretty cool. I probably shouldn't have changed that setting at the very end there. It probably glitched because of that.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking, okay, for the last, whatever, just go ahead and do it. No big deal, but.
No worries. No worries.
Mouse turbo mode.
Yeah, mouse turbo mode. I love it. So anyway, I got a present for y'all. One of the things that you can do, you can get yourself one of these calendars. I'm going to put the link in the super chat along with a code that you can get $10 off your calendar, man. So let me go ahead and get that. And let me come over here. I'll let you look at this. Okay, I'm clicking. It sounds like I'm clicking. I am clicking. I wish I had this all done beforehand. Let's see. Click, 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 click.
Created account on Pendulum Junkies, and I guess it's a random photo of a paramotor. It's not just me.
Yeah, you can change it, but it puts a random one there to start off with.
Okay.
I tried to change mine, but it shrank the picture down, so I got to find one that fits in that little circle.
All right, and then I have to navigate my PC because it's all coded in different. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to find a picture.
Okay, I put in the chat, go to Paramotor Arkansas. I got the link in there that goes straight to the calendars. And with the code ClearPropTV 10, you get $10 off of your calendar. So make sure you go there, get these while you can, because they're going to go back up to retail very soon. Jim, you said that you're probably going to start printing on Wednesday and start sending them out on Friday. So we should be able to get them here and out to everybody by the first of the year, because it's what, January to January, yes?
For sure. Yep.
Jim, I will buy one at full price.
All right, they're $50 full price.
You get
Yeah, you got your
whatever.
picture in there.
Hey, I'll take the hit from the turbo.
Yep, you start to try to do that with your turbo, and that's no good. You'd be.
No, I don't have turbo
I
mounts,
just want one calendar 500. Oh crap! I'm.
yeah, I don't need $550 a piece because
I don't know how long we're going to have this code available, but something tells me it's not going to go past tomorrow. So if your guys are able to get it tonight or tomorrow, go ahead and do it, because as soon as he starts printing, as soon as he gets it out here and it's available here, we're not going to do any more pre-sale. So this is kind of a pre-sale. So check it out and a boot. All right. I also put the Pendulum Junkies in the show notes, so you should be able to see it down below. Also, too, if you want to help support this show, get yourself a sticker over at iloveppg.com. Make sure you run over to carepp.com. It goes to his landing page. You'll be able to see his YouTube. What else is on your page, Jim?
It goes to DIY printing, where you can actually order prints in various formats. If you want to make a business card, you can design it yourself right on that site. You want to design anything, you can do it right there on that site, diyprinting.ca. And then if you want it printed, you just hit submit, pay for what you want done, and we print it. And it'll send out to you. And then there's also the custom side, where you can go to and you can connect with us, and we'll get whatever you need printed.
And you said that DIY what?
diyprinting.ca. But if you go to carepp.com, it'll take you to the landing page, which will redirect you to any one of those.
Roger. Gotcha.
Roger, gotcha.
I'm going to be trying to come up with something and have you print it too. So I don't know what yet, but I got to figure out how to do that on my computer.
And Mike, there's a code that you can use to get 10% off if you go over to carepp.com. Do you know what it is?
I think it's that one grandpa guy.
That one old man. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, that one old man. What is that one old man? Yeah. So Jim, tell us, what is that code?
PPG Grandpa.
PPG Grandpa.
I was gonna say it, but I was getting to it.
Yeah, 500 times.
I
gotta run before my dog has a freaking heart attack. She is like, I waited long enough. She's like,
play with the doggies. We're gonna be probably getting out of here pretty soon. So how do we get up with you, Scuba Steve?
ParamotorDude.com, or look up Scuba Vapes. You will find me. My show is on Friday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every Friday. So y'all can go check me out there. Like I said, mainly vaping talk, but will be a lot more paramotor stuff once I can start flying again. I'm almost healed up. I'm gonna attempt it again.
What
fly over Will's house.
I missed what happened. I missed that last couple shows.
I broke a rib.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think it was just from where I was sick. I was coughing really hard, and I think it just cracked. But then I tried to reach back and grab my phone in the car while I was in the seatbelt, and then I just heard this snap in my rib cage, and that hurt a lot.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've been kind of like every cough or sneeze has hurted like crazy. It's getting better now. It's funny because at first I could lay on my side. That you're supposed to lay on the side that's actually broken. But now that it's starting to heal, it hurts more to lay on that side. So I have to lay on my back. There's no side laying right now. It hurts too bad. So it'll get better.
Yeah, I hope you heal quick.
Thanks. Yeah, it won't be my first time that it's broke. So the other time I was water skiing, which is understandable though.
Well,
You are back to health and you're able to get out there and start flying again because
Yeah,
you're going
that's
to be
it.
on the show, soon.
I
So
know,
you need to
but
get some flights under your belt. You need to do some butt landings. You need to break some props. So we have something to work with.
no breaking the
show.
props. I'm
No break-
I'm trying to avoid that. That's the whole thing. I don't want to break props. I don't want to do any butt landings or any more butt landings or turtles. So
I've had a knee landing, but no broken props yet.
I
All
shipped
right.
a prop in training, but that was it.
All right, guys, we got one special thing here right now. A lot of people dropped out, but no problem. We told you that we're going to do something special between 8 and 9. It's 8:40 right now. Okay. So that special medicine that we talked about last week, put it in the chat. If you are correct, you win a free calendar. Boom, go.
I forgot about that.
I was
Yeah.
not for it.
It's funny. Bonnie says the medicine thing that we talked about, it's right out there on the tip of my tongue. It's some good medicine on the tip of the tongue. Everything goes down better with sugar, right?
I sure am glad I'm not in the chat at the moment because I can't remember for the life of me.
I thought we talked about it before we went live.
We did, but jeepers.
But jeepers, it was like 2 hours ago.
Well, it's obviously not on the tip of my tongue. It's still down my throat somewhere.
Man, I tell you, you guys are awesome. You guys are just amazing people. I'm so happy that
5:55.
Oh, there we go. Hey, it was on the tip of my tongue after all.
5:55. You won a free calendar. Go to paramotorarkansas.com and make sure you have a free account. Text me at 501-747-3558. And then make sure you go over to podcastwinners.com, fill out that form, and we'll send you out a free calendar as soon as Jim gets them to me. Excellent. That's so cool. See, that's why you got to come. That's why you got to come here all the time. You got to listen to the show. If you don't watch it all the way through, listen to it. You can find it over at paratalk.org. That's where all of our audio podcasts are based out of. However, we do put them out all over the internet. Matter of fact, if you search for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, there's not a place you won't be able to find us. If it's your favorite podcasting app, we are there. You can even find us on Audible. You can find us on Amazon Music. Find us on Spotify. Everywhere PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast is on. Interesting. One of our metrics, I think I said last time, one of our shows got over 3,000 downloads in the first hour. I don't know how that happened, but awesome. If you guys want to
It was me.
our show, yeah, that's it, because you pushed that. That's it. Mike and his super
His turbo.
turbo boost finger. All right. But anyways, now I totally forgot what I was going to say. I hate when I go off on tangents.
I'm sorry.
And all I could think of is turbo mouse now. So
Sorry.
You were talking about the downloads and 3,000 or how many downloads there were. And
that's right. Thank you guys so much for doing that. We went through all the metrics and we think that we had over 100,000 listens through video, all the different podcasting apps, and paratalk.org. So we definitely appreciate you guys. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I think Will Fly that's how Will Fly found us. He found us on the Will, I found yours on the podcasting app. Congratulations.
oh, did you?
Yeah, I found it. And I subscribed. That's cool. So Will, Shane, and Mark, they have a podcast they do on Tuesdays, and they finally put it out there when it started in September. Their audio podcast is out there too. So how do we find you, Will, and the audio podcast?
Yeah, on the audio. Well, for the show tomorrow, it's 8 p.m. Eastern and on YouTube, or you can go to ppgshane.com. It'll take you right there. It's Mark and Shane and myself. We just talk paramotors or whatever other topic comes up. And yeah, we have a good time just hanging out.
Is this your YouTube page? It'll be on there, or ppgshane.com.
ppgshane.com will take you to the show.
Okay.
And
It'll
then
take you to
in the audio podcast, do you have that like in your link down below so people can click and also go to the downloadable or the audio part?
Actually, no, we don't, but we
You might
will.
want to do that because, you know, like I said, I have more people listen to the show than watch the show. More people watch the uploads that Jim posts than they rewatch this show. I don't know how. Jim is pretty up there apparently. His show smells like maple syrup up there. I don't know what the thing is. He's got turbo mouse fingers. I don't know, but it's absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to upload the show to your YouTube channel, if you need content, just email me or text me tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, tonight. Text me tonight if you want me, and I'll send you the link to download this. Then just upload it. Just put our original ClearPropTV.com in the description and reap the benefits. Maybe this might get you to the point where you can get monetized. I mean, look at Jim. I mean, 425 or so watches, and we only got 250 last week. I'm telling you, upload the show. You might be able to make some money, and keep it. I don't want it. Keep the money. You know, money's cheap, right?
Yeah, they make it off paper.
Yeah. On trees. Anything else, Jim, before we go into our last little topic in the last 15 minutes, talking about the new nonprofit organization that we're going to be making? And I got these new props that I want you guys to be able to take a look at, and we are going to be able to hopefully sell them in the future. They seem to be really high quality. Fly the Best. They sent me a free props to try, and if I like them, I'll be able to sell them on our website. So right now I'm taking a look at them. I mean, a great prop cover, amazing, I love it. And these props, they feel extremely light. They feel like a normal prop, and I can't wait to put it on the Moster and see what this thing does. See if I got that extra thrust.
So is that closer to an E-prop or a Helix?
I would say
Or a hybrid?
it's between a Helix and an E-prop. They feel really super light like an E-prop, really nice and thin at the tip right here, but it's nice and thick right here where it has the cooling thing right here. The way it dips down like this is actually to help cool the Moster 185 on the fins. So when you see these things and they have that little dip right there, that dip right there is to actually help with the cooling of your motor. So yeah, they're really light. I couldn't believe how light they are. They're very pretty. They look amazing. And like I said, I can't wait to put it on the Moster and check it out. Take it out for a spin. Get it?
Ah, yeah, I see what you did there. Are you able to discuss pricing yet, or is that kind of still in the air?
It's still in the air. I love it. I don't know. As soon as we figure it out, we'll put it on the website and maybe do some bonus sales or something where we can get them really, really super cheap for people. If you guys are looking for props, let me know, and what size you need. Maybe we'll be able to get some really good deals. I know that One Up Adventures owns ParamotorProps.com, and they have really good deals. So shout out to One Up Adventure, Allie, and your ParamotorProps.com website. Freaking amazing. Got some really good deals there. What else was I going to say? We are starting up a nonprofit organization. We think it's going to be runintothesky.org. So if you go to runintothesky.org, that's just going to go to a place to help us with the initial cost of getting the nonprofit up and running. It's going to be a bridge between Project Airtime and Resurgence PPG. Resurgence PPG gets candidates, they send them over, gets quality training, they get travel and room and board. That's what they pay for. So after class is done, they don't have any equipment. Project Airtime, they take everybody up on the tandem. It's really awesome. When they say anybody, they mean anybody. So, shout out to Project Airtime and to Resurgence PPG. We're hopefully going to be able to help out to where we'll be able to get high quality used gear or brand new gear, out of box demos, brand new. Hopefully, that's what I'm shooting for. So we'll be able to help disabled veterans get their gear after quality training. I say quality
Sweet.
because I'm not talking about self-training yourself and go, oh, I want some stuff so I can self-train. That's not what we're talking about. So anyway, if you guys know any disabled veterans that you think might be a good candidate, we still are looking for that very first person. Once we file the articles of incorporation and we get that letter back from the IRS, hopefully within 3 months or so, we'll be able to really start rock and rolling with the non-profit organization. If you guys have any dealing with nonprofits as far as the back end, like being on the board or officer or anything like that, let us know. We do have our 3 officers that we need to start up a nonprofit organization already, but we're always looking for more people. And once we get this thing going, like I said, we need disabled veterans that we can help get into the sky and or get them quality gear after training. All righty.
Sweet,
Keep
man.
it. I have a few in mind, but they're one's in Washington, and
Yeah.
your picture went out. One's in Washington, and I grew up with a guy. He's a Navy veteran. Pretty sure he's disabled, and I don't know if he wants to fly. I know he grew up around me and the other buddy that flies powered parachutes. So I was trying to get in contact. His name's Dana. So I had one guy at work. He's a veteran, but he got booted out for leukemia. So I don't know if he qualifies. And it's just really hard to convince him that he doesn't want to fly a paramotor. He's like, I'm flying airplanes, Mike. I'm not going to ever do that. I'm like, I can get you a tandem ride and you could then think about it. No, Mike. So trying to convince him is
Some people, if they're already flying, that's the goal. Get them flying, right, Will? Fixed wing,
Yeah.
GA, paramotors.
Yeah, I mean, PPG is not for everybody, but general aviation isn't for everybody too. I mean, and they both scratch a different itch,
Yes.
you know? So if he's getting what he needs out of GA, then yeah, more power to him.
Yeah. I just been trying to show him like SIV stuff. Maybe that's probably not. I was like, look how stable these are. I mean, he's not convinced, and he said no amount of convincing will convince him to go. No amount of videos and proof. And I'm like, I just let you know there's a nonprofit group I know of that's trying to get started, and we need a nominee. So I thought about you, buddy. And he's like, oh, I appreciate it, but yeah, no thanks. So
Okay.
we got
If you guys know anybody, just text me right now, 501-747-3558. If you want to talk on the phone, just text me first and make sure that I'm not training anybody or doing something. And we can talk on the phone. I've had a bunch of people get up with me, texted me and talk with me, which is really great. I love to talk about paramotors. Actually, the last person I talked to recently, not too long ago, before the show, was rolling on 2.5 hours. I love to talk, which is why we need to go, because if not, I'm going to be talking for an hour. So we got 7 minutes left. So let's go ahead and say our goodbyes to everybody. Any last thing you want to talk to us about the calendars or anything else that we need to talk about, Mr. Jim?
Not that I can think of.
Excellent. So we already got that. So go to Paramotor Calendar. Is it paramotorcalendars.com? Shoot, I can't remember.
PPG calendar. Oh yeah. Paramotorcalendars.com. Paramotorcalendar.com is where you can buy them.
Yeah, Paramotor Calendar with not an S. So singular. Paramotorcalendar.com. You'll go there. Make sure you use the code ClearPropTV 10. That'll take $10 off your calendar. It's a good way of getting a calendar before we start printing them out and sending them out there. Will Fly, what's new with you, buddy?
Not much, man. Getting back up in the air after a month's hiatus, and probably going to fly tomorrow if I can. Yeah, it's a great show. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Find Will over at willflyppg.com. And did you ever get anything going with your justthetip.com that you got?
Not yet, but I promise you I will one of these days.
Well, I'm going to ask you
My
every week.
spare time.
Week. Actually, let me look real quick. Justthetip.com. Oh, no. Stop.
Not
Okay.
that tip.
That wasn't it.
The other tip.
What is your .com? Because that's not it. Whew.
My.com is willflyppg.com.
No, the
And on YouTube, just look for Will Fly.
no, the paramotor one that you just bought, the paramotor tip or paramotortips.com or
Paramotortips.com.
all right. So look for the paramotortips.com, not just the tip.com. Okay.
Yeah,
Once seen, you can't unsee. Linda,
that's
don't
right.
go. That was the wrong .com.
You know, we can see the reflection in your glasses, Linda. You're there. You're on that site. You gotta...
We see what you're looking at, girl. Take those glasses off if you're gonna be doing that. That's awesome. I do have to say thank you to Linda Anderson. You know, she is absolutely amazing. You can find her over at ParaMomUSA.com because somebody already got Paramom.com. So we had to do ParaMomUSA.com. But if you type in that, ParaMomUSA.com, it'll take you over to our Facebook page. If you want to be on the show, just say, yo, I want to be on the show. I want to be on PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, ClearPropTV, paratalk.org, and she'll hook you up. Linda, what's going on Thursday? Something's going on Thursday, isn't it? There's a famous son of yours that does something neat.
Yeah. Last week's show was a lot of fun. You know, we got Kylo in the house, and man, that was one big party. But yeah, this Thursday, paraglidingtalk.com, and if my son is the host with the most, Robert Michaels, every Thursday, he can come out, you know, jump in the chat and hang out with everybody. And Sean will spin the spinny winny wheel and got a chance to win stuff. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then at the after show was really fun last week. And we were around there like, God, well, we were around there for like, I was surprised Robert stayed on that long, you know, but we had such a special guest, you know, and yeah, Kylo, he hung out in the after show with us and was very gracious, you know, with his time and everything. But yeah, y'all gotta join, you know, just jump in the chat on Thursdays and give Robert the thumbs up, you know, on Thursdays, paraglidingtalk.com.
So I put in the chat paramotorpodcasts.com. That shows all the different podcasts throughout the week that you can find on YouTube. And Will, if you can give me that link, I'll try to. If you send me that link of your audio, I'll try to post that on the Paramotor Podcast website also, so people can watch your show, your PPG Shane, and your audio podcast.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Also, too, don't forget we got. It's not an all girls podcast anymore. It's a podcast with Just Wanna Fly.
Yep.
And you can go there by going to paramotorgirl.com. She's also over on the Paramotor Podcasts.com website, so you can go there too, see who's out there. Don't forget Cloud-Based Mayhem. That's a good one with Gavin. I like that one too. Anthony Vella has one, and I forgot his website, but it's on paramotorpodcasts.com. Where's Anthony Vella? He hasn't done his in a while. The paramotorpodcast.com. You can find Anthony Vella. Alrighty then.
Cool.
Mike.
Yes.
Mr. Turbo Fingers.
I'm so sorry about that, dude.
No, I think we're going to call you PPG Turbo now. I don't know. I mean, people are going, wow, you're a really fast pilot. No, my fingers are.
I mean, you know.
You got a website, you got pages, you got videos. What do you got going on out there?
Well, I got the Semperfly PPG. It's been a while since I put up a video. I'm working actually on one coming up soon. I'm trying to put like a year in review video together of my first year of flying and going to paramotor fly-ins. So that is in the works. And yeah, Facebook is where I do most of my posts. It's Mike Crotchet. You search me on Facebook, and then I got an Instagram that I try to attach to the Facebook. So I try to make sure that everything jives with both of them. So when I post to one, it goes to both. So, and that's been a learning process, but yeah, Instagram, Mike Crotchet, I believe as well, _Mike _Crotchet. And
remember what show you were on? What show number were you on?
Was it 145?
Asking you, I don't remember. On whatever show you're on, just tell. It's all in the description on that show. All your bio, all that stuff.
ClearPropTV. go there, search up the shows, and scroll down. You'll see my name, and I'm doing it right now, so I can see which episode I was on. I was thinking it was.
Well, go to paramotorguest.com. That will show all the different guests that we've had.
That'll work.
It'll probably be a little bit faster. See, we have .coms for everything.
Yeah, and I've been. I'm probably gonna be the next guy who calls you and talks for 2 hours about all the things that I would like some help with or to do, and
Paramotorguest.com. Let's see, scroll down. Oh, yeah. So, Jim, if there's any more pictures that you want posted, let us know too. Let's see. There you are, episode 145.
oh, I was right. 145.
Go to 145. There's his big old long bio, and look at all the links down there too. So, oh, you know what I could do, since everybody's gone anyways.
A little rusty. I've been gone for 2 weeks.
So here it is at the very top, right? So you got your Paramotor Guest. Go to paramotorguest.com. There's our show here. I didn't get your bio, so I just put one there. I'll add your bio late in a minute or so. Okay, Jim. And then Shane's is right there. He put up. We even got we're going to put up the thumbnails, so you can remember that. All his pictures, his bio. So yeah, anything you want to put on it, we will put it on there. We got a lot of cool stuff. All right, what time is it? My watch just dinged at me. Oh, it's after 9 o'clock. So we probably need to say goodbye, farewell. You guys are awesome.
It's great.
Fun.
Tomorrow at ppgshane.com, Wednesday, paramotorgirl.com, Thursday, paraglidingtalk.com. Make sure you go over to whatever.coms. Just enjoy all the.
Just go to something.com.
Just go.
Yeah.
Something. Just don't go to justthetip.com. That works. If you guys want to hold on a second, we'll talk for a couple minutes after we go, and we'll catch y'all later. Just don't forget, we got that new nonprofit organization. Go to runintothesky.com or .org. And if you're able to donate a couple of bucks, that can help us get into or to finish filing and get this thing started. Everything that we have is going to be going towards the nonprofit and helping also the disabled vets. We'll see you tomorrow at ppgshane.com, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time.
Thank
same bat
you.
channel.
Thank you, everybody.
Peace out,
You.
everybody.
Glad to hang.
Glad
Later, guys.
Glad you made it. Glad you made it.
I'll be here after.
All right, so the live stream is over, and now we have the audio. So is there anything we want to talk about to people that are still listening to the audio? Any private stuff that's just for the audio people that made it all the way, 2 hours in, and it's like, oh, let's still listen.
I know my cousin Shelby was supposed to be listening.
Guys, better. What was that, Mike?
Oh, I was saying my cousin Shelby was supposed to be listening on the podcast. It was her birthday today, so I just wanted to, if she's listening, I just want to say happy birthday,
What's her name? Shelby?
Shelby. Miles.
Shelby. Happy birthday, Shelby.
Happy birthday, Shelby. That's awesome. Yeah, this won't come out until next Monday because we post, we got to edit, post it, blah, blah, blah. Just like tonight we're posting last week's on the show.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Shelby.
I'll tell her to check it.
Yeah, go all the way to the end. We'll say happy birthday to you. You should have said something earlier. We could have done it at the beginning of the show.
Well, I got a lot of family that's got birthdays in December, mine included. So
Oh, go ahead and list them up. List them. Go ahead.
Mike Fahrenholtz, Gary Fahrenholtz, Shelby, me, my cousin or my niece Layla, all family in the month of December. So that's the ones off the top of my head. And if I'm forgetting some of my family, don't hold it against me. So
Well, they might not listen all the way through to the show, but anyways, happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can fly on my birthday. If it's cold, I'm gonna do it. If it's windy, probably not. But
Where are you again?
I'm in Stedman, Missouri.
Missouri. Okay.
Yeah, you're not too far away from me. Come on over, man.
I'm gonna get there, and I gotta get. I'm just chained up at work lately, and I got my schedule back. I got my weekends back off, so we're good. I'll be able to come visit. I got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off now. So
Nice.
That's good.
See you soon.
now I just got to work a little more during the week, but that's fine. That is fine.
Gotcha. Paramount USA, Linda Anderson. Anything to add to the end of the show?
I don't think so. This was a really good show. It really was. Next week we have Ryan Ross, so I'm gonna get up with him tomorrow and touch base and make sure we got him for Monday. And this month is just like flying by. And then we're already going to be rolling into January.
I
And
love
yeah,
that.
January's booked up.
And time flies like a paramotor pilot.
So yeah, now I have to get on February. So we do have Brian Hummer for the January 9th.
And we're still live too, so we're just gonna finish off this real quick. And
Okay, all right.
turn that off.
No, this was really good.
Do we got to have a code for next week?
Yeah, let's figure out a code. Will, anything before we say goodbye?
Fly safe, stay humble, have fun.
There we go. And Mr. Jim, since you were the guest today, you know what I didn't do? I didn't say thank you for the guest today at the very end of our audio.
Thanks, Jim.
What a jerk.
Thanks for nothing.
Thank you, Jim.
I screwed it up, man. I need to, let's go ahead and rewind and do this again.
I had a different name, secret name or whatever.
Okay.
Instead of Elf on the Shelf, Paramotor on the Shelf.
Oh, Paramotor on the Shelf. That's next week's thing. All right, good. Let's do that.
Paramotor on the Shelf.
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
I do. I like it. Even though it doesn't rhyme, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Paramotor on, because these two elves on the shelf, we say Paramotor on the Shelf.
What is up with that anyway? Like I've heard of Munch on the Shelf and
Because they do Elf on the Shelf. That's a thing that you could buy was an elf on a little shelf. So you can put an elf on any shelf that you want to. It's kind of designed to sit and hang.
You put them in
It
all
would move
weird
around when the
places.
kids weren't looking. The parents would move it around and never knew where it would end up.
My
Yeah.
friend
okay.
bathroom with Hershey's syrup, and then I guess the kids got to take turns cleaning the bathroom. So then she went and oops, the elf went into on the shelf here in the bathroom and made a mess.
That's funny.
Yeah, so you wrote smeared. It looks gross, but it's chocolate.
That's funny. I have to write it down. Okay.
Will often says you have your saying, what do you say, Will, about being humble?
The fly safe, stay humble, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking good judgments comes from experience. Unfortunately, the experience usually comes from bad judgment. So listen to Will fly because you want to be humble.
That's a long code, but I guess we can use that.
Need a key with Will Fly.
Better write it down, man.
I know. It's like I need a typewriter or something.
Oh, I thought we were doing paramotor on a shelf.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're just giving you a hard time.
Paramotor shouldn't be on a shelf.
No, they should be flying in air. Mine's
That's true.
That's true.
it's on the shelf right now because it's not flyable because it's out. Sunsets was hours ago.
So what we'll do is I'll say finish this sentence, paramotor, and then we'll have to put on the shelf in the super.
Okay, that sounds good.
So you guys that are listening to this, that's it. So if you want to win something next week, make sure
Write it down.
ClearPropTV.com. It'll take you over there. Just click the link. You can always go over to iflyparamotors.com and it'll take you to my YouTube channel. So you can always check out everything that's on the YouTube channel. And of course, definitely go over to paramotorarkansas.com. We are building that up. And we're also going to be doing an official launch in about 90 days. The whole website's going to be completely changed up. I hired a company that's going to really make this look amazing. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening or day or whenever you're watching this or listening to this podcast. Thank you again so much for doing such a thing. Make sure you go over to
everybody.
Jim, our official podcast or our official sponsor at carepp.com. Get something over there. Make sure that you use the code PPG Grandpa and you get 10% off. Go over to Will Fly PPG, watch his crazy shenanigans on YouTube. Mike, I'm not sure what your .com is. You need a .com so we can say something to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to try to call you tomorrow sometime after work and try to figure out something. After my YouTube,
.com for you that you need, just give me a call and we'll hook you up, buddy.
I'll keep it between the conversation so no one steals it.
There you go.
There you go.
And make sure you go over and say hi to Linda Anderson by going to ParamonUSA.com. You always find me at ppggrandpa.com. Thank you again and have a great evening. Peace out.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the end. If you enjoyed the show, please hit the thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more, man, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified when new ones come available.